Better. You said Romans 8.
8 and 29. All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise and glory unto
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahawashi by Hashem Kakwadash.
double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh by Shema Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh by Shema Shah. All right, we're GMS Mississippi camp on the brother Yashima.
You Roman Yashar.
And what we want to get into right this afternoon is dealing with Yahweh Shai, is the example. Okay. And we're going to expound on how Yahweh Shai is the example of how every Israelite man is supposed to be as the son of God. Okay. And the training ground is in captivity. And that's why Yahweh Shai, he was born, within the Edom Rome captivity. Just as we're in this last reincarnation, all right, we're in the Edomite captivity. We're on the same training grounds that made Yahweh perfect. Before he will get the glory, before he will be exalted on the right hand of the Father, he had to be accomplished, man. Okay. Matter of fact, get get Hebrews 2:10, and then we'll get Romans 8:28. Because we're in the same scenarios. We're drinking the cup that Yahweh Shai drunk, which is to stand for righteousness in the wicked society. Okay, we're drinking that same cup because we've taken. Because Scripture say, "He that departed from evil, making himself a prey," and that's why Yahweh Shai was likened unto a prey. That's why he was known as what, the lamb.
Mm-hmm.
He had to be that sacrifice, but he was, being preyed upon because you had the leadership of Israel at that time. They was raving and wolves, just like the same thing you see today amongst the leaders of our people. They're raving and wolves, man. You got it, bro.
This is Hebrews 2:10.
Yep.
For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, and bringing many sons into glory.
Yep.
To make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering.
To make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering. Okay, so Yahweh Shai, he had to be perfected because as Adam he fell, as King Solomon he fell, but as Yahweh Shai he was perfected. He was that perfect example of how we should be as the sons of God. That's why I said that he was going to lead many sons unto glory. So he gave us the blueprint on how to be, okay, as the sons of God, the Most High, because the law wasn't painting a picture of how we should be. The law wasn't painting a good enough picture. So Yahweh Shai came and embodied the law. He lived it. All right, within captivity under the Romans, and he came and he lived the law. Okay, the balance, he was balanced. Okay, and he had the righteous intent. You see, the scribes and Pharisees, they weaponized the law. Okay, they tried to make the law so undoable, that our people was forever condemned. But Yahushua, when he came, he showed us how to walk in the spirit and fulfill the law. You know? Yeah, something. Yeah, go ahead, get that Roman.
This is this is Romans chapter 8, verse 29.
Yep.
For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to
Yep.
be conformed to the image of his son.
Oh, that's a cut. On Deacon Hakai. Speaking about the fallouts from Boston, talking about that's on the leadership of GMS. Well, look, if you was predestinated, if you was foreknown, there's nothing no one can do that can stop this process. If you're an Israelite man and it was your destiny to be conformed to Yahushua, there's nothing no one can do or say to hinder you from that process, man. Okay, go ahead.
That he might be the firstborn among many brethren.
Read from the top again. Read all with
Kinda, Romans 8 and 29.
Yep.
For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren.
Yep. So he foreknow, he predestinated to be conformed or to take the form of his son Yahushua. And this is what we're doing. And see, Yahushua, you see how Yahushua treated the poor. You see how Yahushua treated, wicked leadership. You know, his stance on wicked leadership. We've seen how Yahushua, had an austere spirit and he was about the Father's business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You see how Yahushua, constantly pushed faith. Okay? So now, all right, as his men, we're being conformed to that. Okay? Yahushua will be doing, all right. If Yahushua was on earth today, he would be in camp. He would be having live streams. He would be teaching. He would be going to prophecy. Cause what do he say? Daily, I was in the synagogue teaching with you.
Mm-hmm.
So Yahushua was occupying his father's business, and this is what we're being conformed to, man. You can say,
Yeah, I was just going back to what you said. Like you said, and the Lord had it set up to where he did it in captivity. He did it under Esau Edom's rulership because, again, it was going to come back around, which is the time we're in now. And now we're walking in our walk, doing the same thing, being conformed to the image of Yahweh Shai in captivity under the same people, under these same spirits.
the same proving ground. Yahushua had to be made perfect in suffering. We're being perfected in this suffering, man, and it's making us liken unto Yahushua more and more. That's why the more you embrace the suffering, the more you start to become Yahushua. A lot of Jakes, they shy away from the suffering, because this thing comes with restrictions. Okay, you're not as appealing to the world. That's why Jake want to teach with hats on and want to drop mixtapes and be in the club and all these things with fringes on. Cause Jake still want to be appealing to the world. Okay, but when you really start to conform to your house shot, you lose that worldly appeal.
Jake be afraid to become a prey.
Yeah.
Like the scriptures say, when you departed from evil, you make of yourself a prey.
Jake still want to be popular. Yahushua didn't give a damn about being popular, man. They tried to make him king and he dipped out. Okay, you think if they could make Sakari some type of king, he had the biggest crown, they could be made. you know, the you go to 1 Corinthians 15 and
19. Oh, you said 20.
20, yeah.
All right, that's 1 Corinthians 15 and 20.
Yeah.
But now is Yahweh Shai risen from the dead and become the first fruits of them that slept.
Yep.
For since by man came death, by man came also the resurrection of the dead.
Yeah, so you got that in the NLT.
Oh yeah, come on. This 1 Corinthians 15 and 20 in the NLT. But in fact, Yahweh Shai has been raised from the dead. He is the first of the great harvest of all who have died.
Yep, so Yahushua was the first one that was completed, that was perfected. Okay? And what he left an example for us to follow, for us to be perfect. Okay, the captain of our salvation. Okay? So what we're doing, we're following Yahushua's path to perfection. And part of the path, you become dead to this world. That's the sacrifice that we make. Being dead to this society, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And that's a part of being joint heirs too.
Yep.
Because you gotta, if we're gonna receive the reward, you gotta receive the suffering too. And that's a part of the perfection process.
If I get that for you, since you said that, so you can break it down. 2 Timothy chapter 2. All right, I started at 11. it said, I started at 10, it said, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahawashi HaMashiach with eternal glory. It is a faithful thing, for if we be dead with him, we also shall live with him.
Right. So it's not just one sided because, like you said, Jake want to shy away from the suffering. They just really want to hear about the rewards, and that's all they want to receive. But it's a certain to receive a certain reward, you have to go through a certain process to be awarded to it. You know, a reward is something given to you for achievements that you've done, and being transformed and renewing our mind and transforming into an image of Yahweh Shai, there's a reward that comes with doing that. And that transformation process is called suffering.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Verse 12 it says, if we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us.
See, that's a part of being joint heirs. If we suffer with him, we shall also reign with him, because Yahweh Shai suffered, and he has a kingdom and a rulership that he's currently establishing, because you established the people first. And we're in the same stead. We have to suffer and establish our minds and establish our people. It's our job to do so, you know, so that we can be joint heirs, so we could be worthy of the reward.
Yeah. We're not gonna be popular. That's one of the main things that Jake, can't let go of, is being popular amongst niggas, man. All right, that's part of the suffering, man. Okay, a lot of this ain't appealing to women. It's part of the suffering, man. Okay, you're gonna miss opportunities to financial opportunities. You handle your business as a man, but you're gonna miss out on certain financial opportunities because, hey, we locked into this. This is our first priority, man. Everything else is a side piece to this ministry, man. Everything and everyone else is a side piece, man. Okay, and it causes suffering. You might, you're gonna go through strains on a relationship. Some relationships gonna be completely severed, but that's part of their suffering, man. You know, but when we reign, it's not gonna compare. You see, you got it, bro.
It's First Corinthians 15:21 in the NLT. It says, "So you see, just as death came into the world through a man, now the resurrection from the dead has begun through another man."
The resurrection, okay, and the resurrection starts in the spirit. Because in this time, all right, as Yahweh Shah said, what's that in go to St. John 2 and I think it's 19. Let me go back to that.
The 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, starting 19, yeah.
This is John chapter 2, verse 19.
Yep.
Yahweh Shah answered and said unto them, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. Raise it up."
Yo, so Yahweh Shah is speaking parables. Jake, they're thinking of they're gonna respond carnally, but he's speaking spiritually, but it's gonna break it down. Go ahead.
Then said the Jews, 40 and 6 years was this temple in building, and without rear it up in 3 days.
Yeah, Jake thinking, Yahweh Shah gonna be out there with a tool belt.
Right.
He gonna, build the whole temple in 3 days.
And it didn't make it better that he was a carpenter. So they jokes about it.
Yeah. That's a spirit. Jake, being simple, okay? But he was speaking in the spirit. Go ahead.
But he spake of the temple of his body.
Yep.
When therefore he was risen from the dead, his disciples remembered that he had said this unto them, and they believed the scripture and the word which Yahweh had said.
Yeah, so first off, beginning with his physical body, all right, because our bodies are the temple. All right, he was crucified, but on the third day he had risen. Okay, but what else is the body of Yahweh Shai? The church. Okay, and the church was asleep for those 2 days, those 2,000 years. But now we're in the third day, and we've been revived. Okay, let's get that in the Hosea 6:2. Yep.
This is Hosea chapter 6, verse 2.
Yep.
After 2 days, he will revive us.
Yep.
And the third day, he will raise us up.
Yeah, after 2 days, when he revive us, so read it again.
After 2 days, will he revive us.
After 2 days will he revive us. So after the 2,000 year period, okay, the church will sleep. Okay, eventually all the apostles and they was put to death. Okay, so the church was sleep. All right, but now after those 2 days, we in the third day. Okay, we've been revived. Okay, go ahead.
And the third day, he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight.
Yeah, we shall live in his sight, because eventually we're going to be delivered and we're going to rule with him in the earth. Okay, but we had to go through that process, man. We had to go through the process that YAHAWASHI went through, man. Okay, that suffering, that dying, that being resurrected, because we died a spiritual death. Even though they died physical death, they're going to be physically resurrected as they died in YAHAWASHI. Okay, but on the overall, we died that spiritual death and we've been resurrected to life, man. Now our mindset is towards life. Before then, we didn't have a mindset towards life. We had a mindset towards personal pleasure, man. Okay, and we didn't have no, we really, we had no standard that came with that. We were just enticed about personal pleasure, man.
The Lord was a later thought.
Yeah.
We'll think about him when we get older.
We got in a jam.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But nah, man, now we live for the Lord. Now we're understanding life. We're understanding family life. See, YAHAWASHI, he was teaching us how to be on the earth. But then remember, he's the volume of the book. So let's get there real quick. Psalm 40 and 7. Then we get back to First Corinthians. Because Yahushua was showing us how to be, how he was moving in the earth. But then he really introduced us back to this book. And when you get into the book, then you get into how everything works, man. You get into life. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 40 and 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me.
Yeah, so Yahushua comes in the volume of the book. So when you go into Proverbs, when you go into Sirach, brothers like to go into I know El Zahab, he like to goes into the etiquette, of the book of Sirach. Well, guess what? That's Yahushua. Everything we read in there, that's Yahushua. Okay? So this book is what? It's pretty much a tutor. It's like a tutor for rulers, man. When you really get into the Bible, okay, it teaches us etiquette. It teaches us agriculture. Okay, it teaches us economy. You got the year of Jubilee. Okay, it teaches us inheritance. Okay, all these things, man. Marriage. All those things are within. This is the book of life.
Yeah.
Like when people hear the book of life, they think of something mystical. Book floating, just float.
Walks around.
Yeah, yeah. And it just open up to Psalms 23. But nah, this is the book of how to exist. On a very high level. Okay, and this is what we've been resurrected to, man. Okay. So yeah, let's go back. You had some. Okay, let's go back to that. First Corinthians 15.
It's back in 1 Corinthians 15, verse 22, 21 again in the LT. So you see, just as death came into the world through a man, now the resurrection from the dead has begun through another man.
Yep.
Just as everyone dies because we all belong to Adam.
Yep.
Everyone who belongs to Yahawashi will be given new life.
Yeah, because under the order of Adam failed. He incorporated sin, okay, within his rulership. And what happened? Because people say so is the judge, so are the people. Okay? King Solomon, he failed to sin. Like a lot of that witchcraft that Jake was into, hey, King Solomon started it, man. You read about Manasseh, all right, that wicked king, and Josiah father, forgot that nigga name, but Yeah, you read about all that witchcraft, man. Where you think they got that from? You know, they saying King Solomon, in his glory at the end of his life, he dabbled in on the on the black side, man, on the dark side. Okay, so every ruler that will come, you know, after, okay, they will be tainted by that. Okay, but see, Yahweh Shai, he was perfect. All right, so Yahweh Shai set a new trend in the earth, man, which was perfection and even obedience unto death. Okay, so now we're under the order of Yahweh Shai, but not under Adam, not under the King Solomon. No, we under Yahweh Shai. Okay, and Yahweh Shai is their perfect example. You know, you got it, bro.
It says, but there is an in order to this resurrection, Yahweh was raised as the first of the harvest.
Yeah, he was raised as the first. That's why he's gonna have that preeminence. Okay, he's the first one to be perfected. Okay, so there wouldn't be no dispute about his preeminence. You know, we still have to finish our fight. We're fighting while he's already perfected. You know, and that's a token of his preeminence, man. All right, you got it, bro.
Then all who belong to Yahweh will be raised when he comes back.
Yeah, then all who belong to Yahweh Shai will be raised when he come back. Read that in the King James. Yeah.
This 1 Corinthians 15-23. But every man in his own order, Yahweh the first fruits, afterward they that are Yahweh at his coming.
Yeah, so Yahweh Shai, okay, then the first fruits, the 144,000, and then you're gonna have the rest of the men, women, and children of the 1/3, okay, that's gonna be delivered at his coming. Okay, everyone in their order. Go ahead.
You want to stay in KJV?
Yeah.
Then cometh the end when he shall have delivered up the kingdom of Yahweh of the heavenly. So like, let me start over. Then cometh the end when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High,
Yep.
even the Father.
Yep.
When he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
Yeah. So when Yahweh Shai comes back, we're gonna be changed as the twinkling of an eye, because it's gonna be time to rule. Then we're gonna be, hey, it's gonna be after we go through Jacob's trouble, and we're gonna be perfected through this suffering we're finna go through. Even those that have to make their ultimate sacrifice, guess what? There's going to be the perfection. They're going to be perfected through their suffering. And when they're resurrected, they're going to be raised to perfection. So he's going to put down the rulership of the earth, because now his brethren have been perfected. So now it's time for his rule with his brethren. Okay? That's what this thing is about. Like Jake, Jake on this thing talking about the strangers and all. Jake wanna, them Boston guys bugging out. Like what? The whole point is over their head. The whole point of the Bible just over their head. And every live camp, that's all they want to talk about now. Is the heathens. You missing the whole thing. Here it is. We're supposed to be conforming to Yahushua for the eternal rulership to come. All right, and the nigga is talking about a Moabite, man. Okay, a goddamn Hamite, man. Do you see these heathens, man? Okay, they not built for that, man. They not built, okay, to be in rulership, man. That's why the Lord has allowed them the rule to show what not to do. You're Jake missing the whole point.
That's the point of taking them down.
Yeah,
because they wasn't set up for.
Yeah.
Like you said, they were just an example of what not to do for us, because they had a certain time. We gonna do it for eternity.
Yeah.
So we had to, in order to keep it for eternity, we had to know the do's and the don'ts.
Mortal or immortal Hamite. Put that soccer jersey on, them khakis, man. Get the hell out of here, man.
Weird ass haircut.
Yeah. Mobites eating, live goddamn mice, Is you out your goddamn mind, man? Okay. Drake missing the whole point. Nah, man. This captivity for us as the sons of God to conform to Yahushua, man, and get ready to rule with Yahushua eternally, man. And we can end on that. Let's get that Hebrews 12:2. You know.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, chapter. Oh, you said Hebrews 12 and 2.
Yeah, come.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2.
Yep.
Looking unto YAHAWASHI, the author and finisher of our faith.
The author, you go to author, it goes to pioneer. Okay, so he was what the pioneer, how we should be, how we should live. All right, how we should think, our mentality, man. Okay, and the finisher, because when he returns, there's going to be no more need to have faith because he's going to finish our faith by what he's coming to do to conquer the heathens. We're going to be changed. Okay, it's going to be the finisher of our faith. Go ahead.
The author and finisher of our faith, who
Oh, you got it. Yep, yep.
Who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High.
And part of that joy, all right, that was before him was his brethren having the opportunity to be perfected as he was. Okay, so his brethren can rule with him eternally, man. And all Israel is going to be straight behind it. All right. And yet, Shah deserves the worship, okay, that the Heavenly Father commanded him to have, man. Okay. But that's the point. And well, when we start to understand our purpose, that's when we really start to grow and flourish. That's when a lot of things just start clicking and making sense. You know, that's why what these guys doing, they just bugged out. Okay, they done aborted the mission, man. Okay, so Lord will you brothers, you guys know what I'm saying?
No.
Well, Lord will you brothers, all right, and you sisters, edify once again, give all praise, glory to
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem Rakakwadash.
double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example towards younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutations, hopefully, shalom.
Shalom.